Welcome and good evening, wonderful dice of all alignments. I'm Lunar D8 and I broke the game. I don't know how common this glitch is. I assume it's something other people have run into. But it's kind of funny. It's nothing, really visually noticeable like in the Spellbook Demon Slayers game where I was like melting the screen pretty much. But yeah, I broke the game. We're in Hazard 4, Scout, Crystal Caverns, Stage 2 of 5, and I am trapped inside the drop pod. Supply pod thing. Yeah, I can't leave.
Swarm detected. Get ready. They'll be with you shortly.
I'm trapped inside the drop pod. So, I can't move.
I want it.
I was kind of hoping we'd be able to finish the mission as is. Current upgrades are here. Milestones. Basically have to get the different classes up to level 27 to unlock a coil gun, a plasma carbine, plasma burster grenade, shard diffractor, plasma charger, swarm grenade. Okay.
Crystalline caverns, here I magma core, always down to the bow below. Crystalline caverns, the jewel of Hoxus. I bet I can handle Hazard 3.
Guns are for weaklings.
Find the dreadnought. Eliminate the dreadnought. Return in time for sandwiches and beers. You can do this alone.
I rarely pick one of these.
In general, like, while I enjoy the Survivors type games like this, the Vampire Survivor stuff, I tend to just listen to music in the background, play this.
This will help me.
Say the main reason not to make it for a video is I just sort of space out and listen to whatever I'm listening to, and
Supply pod prepped and ready, Miner. We need you to clean up the landing zone.
it's not really conducive to talking about anything. I just sort of zone out.
Please make my arm hair stand up.
LZ ready. Resupply inbound.
Nice. I rarely pick one of these. Feels rare. Feels right.
Swarm
I
detected.
can't
Get
imagine how
ready.
this
They'll be
is
with you shortly.
entertaining for all of you, because I don't know, I just,
Oh, yeah.
again, I just don't really do anything for this game. Like, I enjoy the game, it's just, I just sort of space out. I remember coming across this game because Asmongold was playing it. I'll say this, it was enjoyable watching him play it because he was all animated and into it and excited about stuff. It's cool, I guess. Man, I'm still kind of sleepy and tired. Did the outside of milk video about like an hour or something ago. I go to sleep after doing this. Yeah, I can't imagine this is an interesting video anyway. And it's like, oh, well, why'd you decide to keep going the video? You know, after the, like, oh, look at this glitch thing, but it turned out to not really be that big of a deal. Still like what I did in that Pumpkin Jack video, to where like the game wanted me to solve a puzzle a certain way, and I was like, fuck you. And you know, I did a puzzle my own way. Pretty sure the developer of the game probably had no idea that the puzzle could be solved in that way. Then again, also the developer of the game still has no idea I exist. That being said, I've had a couple games I've played where the actual developer of the game
it shoots better. Everyone
does wind up actually stopping by and saying hi.
Time to kill.
Which that's cool. I think that's pretty cool. That being said, there's this one guy I stopped by about this one platformer game he made, apparently his first game he ever made. And of course the video, like I think I made the video like over a year ago or something. And the title, I was pretty clear of the title. Like, it's like, yep, this is the shit game. This game's garbage. Because, you know, it is. I mean, there's no dancing around it. Like, I did not. As far as memory serves, I did not enjoy playing the game. Then again, even if it's a crappy game, I mean, it's still something for me to hop into. And I'm sure, given the way the game was, it may have been a free game even. I can't remember. Heck, even if it wasn't free, I probably bought it when it was on sale. So that's usually what I do to try to save money, especially more so now. And heck, I know I picked up an Escape from Naraka game or something a few days ago or something. It was like 85% off. So I would get like $3 or something.
No way! A legendary! Nope. Try again. You don't see these every day.
But one, it was cool. The person stopped by and said hi. Oh, cool. Beyond that, yeah, the game sucked. But I was glad the person stopped by and said hi. And I told him that. I told him in the comment, hey, thanks for stopping by. I mean, and even though, you know, I didn't really like your game and I thought it was a shit platformer, thank you for making it. And that's, like, I don't know if that makes any sense. But I was like, hey, you know what? Yeah, your game sucked and I didn't like it. But still, thank you for making it. I appreciate that you took the effort to make the game. And especially you said it was your first game, so I even suggested, hey, look at these other platformers. You know, granted, the other platforms played, like, you know, Splasher or Jubilee. I'm like, you know, here's some ideas. Heck, I even suggested, hey, look at Thumper. Because I do want another game similar to Thumper. As much as I suck at that genre, it's an interesting idea. So, it's, I don't know. I imagine a lot of people, or at least my own inner voices, telling me to be not so positive toward myself. Usually tend to respond to myself with extremely negative criticisms with very low chance of anything good occurring. You're like, everyone's like, that, what you're saying makes no sense. I'm like, well, so does everything in my mind. But typically my response to me fucking up is, oh, I'm terrible at this. I should never try this again. Heck, it's like if I go outside and something bad happens, I'm like, yep, this is why I should never leave the house. Yeah, only bad things happen when I go outside. Only bad things happen when I try to actually do something. or accomplish something or have a goal,
The scanner just lit up like
which
a
is just a
Christmas
very
tree.
overly negative way of thinking, which I'm working on. I think I'm getting better at. But the main point is my default, toward myself is be a dick. But when it comes to other people, I'm like, I want to encourage them.
It's a little extra.
So it's like the one guy, like, yeah, I didn't enjoy your game, guy. But I'm like, hey, I've been looking for a game like Super Mario World on Steam to check out, because I think that'd be a lot of fun. Heck, if actual Super Mario World were ever on Steam, I'd play it. Heck, if Cyvac ever released the Battle Kid games on Steam, I'd give it a shot. But yeah, I told the guy, like, hey,
That's what I
I didn't really like your game, but I'm glad you made it. And if you make another game, let me know. You make another game,
needed.
I'll be one of the first people to try it.
Objective completed. Excellent job.
And like I said, I suggest other games we could check into. Maybe to give them some inspiration, some ideas for new directions to go in. Apparently what I'm going with is like, hey, yeah, the game you made, I didn't like it, but, I believe in you, and, make another one. I'm the kind of person, I'm like, hey, yeah, your first attempt didn't go the greatest. Keep trying. And that's, I didn't like the game he made, but I'm still grateful he made the game. Especially so, I'm like, hey, I want you to try to make more. Because,
It's getting worse.
By the way, what I was trying to do, going to the grenade thing, is there's one time I played with this guy, and this is like your grenade throwing guy, and I had all these high explosive grenades, to the point that everything on the screen was exploding. And of course I was able to, beat the Dreadnought on that one. I think it was also Hazard Level 3, but I think it was on the Magma place. Or Hazard 2, I don't know. It's either 2 or 3, and it was either one of the 3 available spots. It's like, yeah, it's one of the everything that can exist levels. Also, since this game really just came about a week ago or so, I imagine in time it might have, more come out to it.
Well done. Objective completed.
Great. I don't know if I can get over there to that.
It will leave without you.
Oh, by the way, something that's really interesting about, well, if I don't die on the way to the drop pod, is that you don't have to actually go inside of this thing for it to count. Now, granted, I may not even be able to. All I have to do is be on that little ramp, and well, we're gonna die.
Okay, that didn't go as planned.
Bye, drop pod. Okay, but what I'm saying is, you're just on that little ramp.
Gonna be thirsty work in the man. I think Hazard 2 is best.
Let's try this again.
Coming
I
through.
want to go big explosions.
We're sending you in to take out a Dreadnought. Get it done, Miner. We're all counting on you.
Like, I know I had that DJ Max game. We were like, it's terrible at that.
It's a little extra special.
But yeah, like Asmongold's, well, in general, Asmongold's a lot more entertaining to watch than I am. But
Loot bug looted.
especially when it comes to these games, though, it's just like he's all like, yeah, super into it, and I'm like, hey guys, I need a nap. By the way, I'm going to just sort of zone out and not say anything, or talk about just whatever's on my mind. Then again, that's my channel in general, just talk about whatever I think about talking about. Then again, people, like, I think are supposed to, like, come up with, like, I don't know, scripts or some shit for things to say, and I'm like, fuck that, I'm here to just talk about whatever I want to. Scripts are for people that want to come off as coherent or not dumb. I don't really give a shit about that. I don't really care if I'm coherent or if everyone thinks I'm stupid. I want the explosive grenades. Who am I playing at? Driller, strong, yeah. So why am I not getting grenades? That's the whole point of this character is throwing grenades. Why am I not getting grenades? Granted, this isn't bad. Can I just... What's this do? I'll put a link in the description of the Pumpkin Jack game or something.
Supply pod prepped and ready, Miner. We need you to clean up the landing zone.
One thing I don't like about it, like, not only did I not get what I wanted, I wasted the gold to reroll the weapons. It's like, that tiny bit of a nudge of just like getting one extra item in between levels. Granted, here's a bullshit thing on my part. I started off this video talking about somebody who like made a platformer game and actually, you know, stopped by and said, "Hey, that's my game. Thank you for playing it." And I'm like, "Thank you for making it." And then, you know, tried to give them suggestions for like, "Hey, here's some other games I thought were fun." But yeah, like this genre of game, I just sort of like space out, and I'm already been kind of a sleepy, tired person.
Well done, you got them all.
This one's so mean.
But yeah, to the person who was talking about the platformer game, which again I think I made that video over a year ago or something, and they just like responded like today or yesterday or something. I mean, I think that's pretty cool. I play like a game and the actual developer of the game stops by and says hi. I'm like, whoa, cool. It's, you know, it's pretty cool. Even though, like, literally it's, hey, yeah, I talked shit about your game the whole time and called it garbage. Which, you know, I still meant. You know, that's not going to change just because you stopped by and said hi. I thought your game was terrible. But it doesn't mean I'm not happy that you stopped by, and especially since the person's all nice and friendly and they're like, yeah, thank you for playing my game. I'm like, that makes me feel nice. Developer of the game's like, hey, thank you for playing my game. Like, it's like, thank you. Even though I called your game garbage, thank you for stopping by and saying something nice. Though I still stand by that one thing I said, that if you make another game, let me know. I'll probably be one of the first people to play it, as long as you don't, you know, ask a lot of money for it. Which I don't think that guy would, but still. It's just, you know, within reasonable expectations. But again, I can't say I really know what I want in a game. Heck, some of the best games I ever played
I rarely go for this one.
Involved, you know, playing a game that I had no idea what I was going into, or even then, having a guess at what to expect, and being very surprised.
You want something done right? You got it.
Well done, you got them all.
Like, there's times I've played platformers or games and like, granted, there's different things I like about games. Heck, take the dot hack games. The story in those games was absolutely incredible. And it's like, everyone's like, oh, what's the most important thing in the game? And I'm like, the most important thing in the game is that I had fun. That I was interested. Heck, I'll play whatever game I feel like playing, But whether I stay into a game or not just depends on,
Get ready.
does the game keep my interest? Am I having fun? Because the end of the day is this. The game could be the easiest fucking game in the world. If I'm bored with it, I won't give a shit. But in the same regard, there's been games that have been super easy that I've been perhaps a bit obsessed with. And there's been other games that were easy that I was like, this is boring as fuck. In the same regard, there's games that have been extremely hard where, yes, there's definitely a rage quit feeling towards certain games. But at the same time, you know, there's some games that have been extraordinarily hard. And it didn't even get to the point of being rage quit. It was just like, yeah, it's extremely hard, but I'm just bored. On the other hand, there's been games that have been so extremely hard to where I'm like, yeah, I stand no chance of ever doing well at it. And it's so punishingly, you know, difficult that it's beyond impossible. Or the challenge is just so high. But there's been games where, like, it's not even been rage quit. It's where it's like, the challenge is so high. It's like, but even then, I'm like, well, bored.
We can't send in supplies until you clear
At the same time, there's been games that have been so extremely difficult that I was just, well, pretty much enthralled with. Like, I couldn't stop playing. So, yeah, it really doesn't matter how easy or how hard a game is. All that matters is I enjoy it.
supplies inbound.
Now, I'd say the most important thing about a game really is gameplay. You know, I'm playing a game to play a game. So, if it's got to be an action-type game, then it has to have good mechanics to it. If it's a game like this, then I guess the most important thing is this. Does your game activate my dopamine?
This will help me work harder.
You know, am I getting that rush out of it?
Give me the spicy grenades.
But, I mean, and of course there's different styles about things too. I mean,
Feels like a brand new gun now. Overclock, rock, and go!
thought I was out of that blast radius. And like I said, there's different types of games. I mean, in general, gameplay should be a big deal. Now, if you're, depending on the game, you know, like if it's an action game, you need good game mechanics. It needs to feel like, take a platformer. I want to be able to feel like I can move at decent speed. If it feels too slow, or if it feels too rigid or too floaty, I'm not gonna like it. You're like, what do you mean?
Looks fancy.
Well, take Mario. Mario's a bit of a more precision platformer, I would say. It's nice. It's definitely very playable. Same way Kid Chameleon, albeit harder than Mario, is a little bit floaty and slippery in terms of where the platforming is and how you're, but it's still within acceptable limits. But like games like I thought were like, for example, I played the shit out of the original Super Meat Boy, even though that was hard as fuck. But I enjoyed it, even though I cussed so much. I beat the game, so I mean I beat it, but I cussed so much.
Oh yeah, now we're talking.
Yeah, I cussed so much. Everyone's like, what are you doing? Watch this. Provided if I don't...
Gather up your beard and get onto that drop pod. It's about to leave.
Fine, I'll take some damage just to show this off. Some, not all!
That elite never stood a chance. I will see to it there is a beer in the house when you make it back. If you make it
This
back.
one.
Main point is this. You could be outside the door, you could even be like on the very edge of that walkway.
If it looks good, it shoots better.
You'll still go
Everyone
in there,
knows
so you
that.
don't have to go all the way in.
I'll have to. I'm out of money. Should have worked harder.
Well, crap.
mission is clear. Get to it.
But like the original Super Meat Boy, I played the shit out of that. I cussed a lot. I was very pissed at the game. But I enjoyed the game. And I thought it played very well. Even though there were times I felt it was unfair, I still felt the desire to keep playing it. Now that being said, there was a game called Super Meat Boy Forever, which is meant to be a sequel to it. However, within the first level, I quit. And it wasn't even necessarily the game was too hard. It was just that the way it was playing, it just felt really slow. And it felt boring as fuck. So at that point, it doesn't matter how easy or how hard it is, I'm bored with it. Or say, if a game's too rigid, take Jump King. I mean, granted, again, it's its own style of platformer, and that's definitely very valid. But it just didn't feel fun for me to play. And that's the thing, as far as with the guy I'm suggesting like stuff to do.
We need you to clean up the landing zone.
You know, I mean, I can't really say because one, I don't design games, and also I really can't say I really know what I would want because there's a lot. And plus, even then, the game designer is designing games based on what they think would be good. And of course, you know, I'm just one random son of a bitch. You know, I'm just one random crazy guy who talks to himself on the internet. I mean, who's to say, you know, I really know what makes a fun game? All I know is, hey, this is what I enjoy. And like I said, I was like, hey, here's these other platformers. I thought they were cool and controlled well. Maybe you could, like, look at these games. Maybe get inspired. Maybe get some new ideas. And of course, when it comes to games, there's so many things of interest. Like, again, there's gameplay mechanics, but also graphics. Like, take this game. The graphics are, I mean, they are what you expect, given what we're doing. But I'll tell you this, I like the graphics. It looks nice.
Prepare to fight for your life. Big swarm is
But of course, there's different graphical styles. And I'll say this. I've seen games that were more realistic. I've seen games that were more cartoonish. I've seen games that were more stylized. And I've seen some that were extremely minimalist and some that were extremely detail-oriented. And I've seen some of every one of those walks of life that I greatly enjoyed. At the end of the day, is the aesthetic even is something I enjoy. Even if it's say a horror game aesthetic, if it's really well done. Like, again, take the milk bag games. Or I look up and I see only a ceiling. I mean, they're not exactly, you know, groundbreaking PS5 level graphics. But I think the drawing styles are really nice. And I'm a fan of the aesthetics, so I like the style. And even though it's not exactly, you know, PS5, Tifa, and big titties, you know, I think it's really cool. And I think not only is it something awesome, I like it, but I can tell, hey, I can tell a lot of hard work went into this. And yes, I do like if there's a game like Senran Kagura, I like the games with big titties and fan service, though, well, yes, I do like hentai games. I can't play those on, you know, YouTube. YouTube would not be okay with me playing games with just full-on sex and full frontal nudity.
They're getting worse, Miner.
But I do like those games. I just can't play them on YouTube. In the same regard, I'll say this. If there's a game that's not a hentai game, but it does have fan service, I think it's pretty fucking awesome. And I enjoy it. But of course, it depends on the genre of the game. Like, if it's just being shoehorned in just to be fan service, I'm like, yeah, I mean that's cool and all, but like I absolutely do love like having the hentai, like Playboy stuff going on. But at the end of the day, if I get a game, I'm not getting it just for the lewd stuff, but I do like it. I'm just saying I want the story and the gameplay to be what matters. I'm just saying, if you're going to put stuff in there, do it well.
The bugs are growing stronger.
But I do like good stories, I like good art, even if it's in different styles or different realism levels. Pretty sure we're going to die here.
Not too shabby. Hello.
What was that?
That's right. The drop pod is arriving.
What was
Get
the
moving,
orange
it
thing
won't
that
hang
went across the whole screen? I don't want to leave the supply pod behind, though. Okay, just gotta race against time. Also not die.
Feels rare.
Okay, come on.
Headed your way, my
Well, this is bad.
Sucker.
Movement speed while standing still. How does that help me?
Get yourself onto that drop pod.
I'm trying.
Head out.
I'm going to die walking on this lava. No! The rocks! They're in the way! I was almost there!
Maybe I should concentrate a little more. Hollow bow again. I pick hazard 2.
Let me get the good grenades so I can have the giant explosions.
Find the dreadnought. Eliminate the dreadnought. Return in time for sandwiches and beers. You can do this alone.
But yeah, it's,
Loot buff down.
and also I like the music. And it's not just like the music tracks, there's also ambient sounds, background music, background sounds, ambience, sound effects.
This'll do.
I mean, when it all comes right down to it, like, what do I care about most? Is the game fun? That's it.
This one makes me want to be a better dwarf.
So great. I do like, as much as I say the whole game mechanics thing.
Get it fixed.
I mean, I enjoy visual novels, but again, it has to be a good story. Heck, I remember playing Raging Loop on PS4. I think it's probably one of the best visual novels ever made. At the same time, I only did one part for the YouTube channel,
Now this is a
but it
rare
is an
treat.
extremely long thing. Heck, I at least did all of the visual novel, The Letter, but that took such an insane amount of time to get through. I at least did the full game. It took so long. And everyone's like, well, if it took so long, why'd you keep with it? And the answer is, because it kept my interest. Even though it was a bit of a horror game, and there were parts of it that were quite unsettling,
Explosives. Should have brought me earplugs.
it kept my interest. And like I said, while I say the art was nice and the music was nice, well, let's say nothing was really over the top, but I mean, there was a last musical number in the, heck, I even showed it off in my very first karaoke video, where initially I started off a black screen because I wasn't even going to upload. I'm like, I just need to
I'm gonna be
do this to hear what I sound like, see how like this microphone works for stuff like that.
have it.
And then 17 minutes in, like, I want to keep going with it. We'll just make it into a video. And then I just sort of started playing a video game. I still swear I don't have ADHD. Never actually been diagnosed with it, so so I don't have it, right? That's how that counts. But yeah, like I said, there was like a game, like 1,000 Spikes or something. I don't know. or 1,000
You don't
tries
see
or
these every
something.
day.
Main point is the developer of the game stopped by the channel and said, "Yeah, that's the game I made. Thank you for playing." And I'm like, "Oh, thanks for stopping by, and thank you for making it." I'm like, "Yeah, the game." I talked shit about the game, and I'm pretty sure I would still feel the same way about that game. It's like, yeah, I thought your game played terribly, had bad user interface, and I just did not have fun. But still, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate that. You know, if you wind up making another game, let me know.
Give me that.
All tasks complete.
And I was like, also like, hey, look at these other platformer
Get
games.
on it before it leaves.
Now this
You
is
know,
a rare treat.
stuff you could use to maybe incorporate. Okay, so as long as we don't get bum rushed by everything, I'll show you guys this. I'm going to try to be on that as just little as possible. Okay, about to say we're going to stand here and tank all the bugs. Okay, don't melt, don't melt, don't melt. I'm melting, I'm melting, stop melting. We're not going to live through this. We're not going to live through this. We're not going to live through this. Okay, and... Okay, we literally... It was 0. We should have been fine. That should have been fine. Fine, I'm going to stop with the fucking grenade dude. I just wanted, like... I had, like, one run where I had, like, all the high explosive grenades, and it was just, like, exploding everywhere. They're all clusters, and, you know... The grenade breaks into multiple pieces and has bigger explosions. And I was like, oh, I want to show that off. And it's like... And the game's like, nope, fuck you. I'm like...
Crystalline Caverns.
It's like,
my
you're a jerk.
favorite. We'll do Hazard 2.
Trying to think of just what would be fun to do. Interesting. Yeah, we'll do this.
Why, yes! Thanks for noticing!
This is it. Either the dreadnought goes, or we send in another dwarf.
But yeah, again, to that one guy,
Count.
you know, I don't know why the developer of that game would be watching this video, but if you are, again, thanks for stopping by and saying hi. I thought that was cool. And yeah, you make another game, let me know. Give it a shot. Because I suggest those other games where you like get a look at stuff. Because I would be interested in seeing another game like Thumper. Or just like, you know, browse through, you know, all my playlists or my videos and just
Now it's my favorite
see
color.
other games. But again, that's, I don't know who would have the time or desire to do that. But
Crap to send in the supply pod. Clear out the elevator,
yeah,
please.
just yawning. Anyway, for the developers of this game, have you ever played a game called Robowarrior? It came out in 1987 by the Jaleco
Supply pod
company,
imminent.
also known as the Japanese Leisure Company,
Smush!
and it was for the original NES.
This works!
It was basically Bomberman, but a sideways scroller, and it's a really good game.
Incendiary!
Swarm
Big
detected.
word.
Get
I'll
ready.
take
They'll be with you shortly.
I can use this!
But yeah, Robowarrior was a really interesting game. The reason I mentioned that is because there was a whole stage full of trees and stuff. You had to use bombs to blow up the trees to get through the area, and this is like a lot of mining.
Vaporize!
I guess the main thing I'm trying to say is Robowarrior is a really great game. And even if the developers of the game can't incorporate it
Baby!
into this in any way,
Overclock says it's time to kill.
I think it'd be cool, like, just for them to see the game, watch somebody else let's play it. Heck, if it was ever on Steam, I'd let's play that. It's just a really cool game. But more than that is... maybe it might give them some ideas. And of course the game itself also has boss fights. And you get bombs you can drop. You, of course, have a gun.
It's a little extra
You find
special.
hidden items inside, you know, the trees, or in this case rocks you find, that you may not even see ahead of time. And of course you have special items. Some stuff slows down time or speeds you up. There's candles, lanterns, inner tubes, nuclear warheads, chainsaw missiles, batteries, lightning bolts. Still waiting on the nuclear warhead mod for Power World. Not that I've really done too much in Power World since last time. Everyone's like, are you falling asleep? Yes. Yes, I'm falling asleep.
This ain't a picnic, Miner. The bugs are all over you.
I'll take this one. Think you could kill me? Well, think again. Oh, this is it. This works.
The bugs are going insane. Move, move, move!
That will teach you.
Drop pod has arrived. Get there before the timer runs out.
Power up
The
my
drop pod is not going to hang around. Gather up your beard and get onto that drop pod. It's about to leave.
There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Stage 1 cleared. Be sure
You guys notice how the
to go
timer
nitro
like
before the next
changed to
stage.
say 2 minutes there for a second? I'm just gonna end the video though, I'm kinda tired. I'll probably finish this run at some point, but I need to lay down. Anyway, but yeah, Robowarrior for the NES, it's pretty good. And I'll put a thing in the description about the Pumpkin Jack thing, just because I'm just saying, people that make games, I'm tired. But just saying again, if you're a developer made a game, thank you for making a game, and you know, whether it's good or bad, I'll let you know. But even if your game sucked, I mean, I still appreciate you putting the effort into it and trying to make one. And like I said, that one guy who made that one game, you make your next game, let me know. I'll take a look at it. I might pick it up and buy it, and suggest games for you to check out. But yeah, kind of really tired.